Hello my dear lovely students, hope you are fine. Today we are studying the new grammar lesson, which is future simple. Okay, who can remind me of the grammar, the previous lessons that we studied in the grammar? Yes, we studied the present simple, and we studied the present continuous and past simple and past continuous. Yes. Now, today we are going to study the future simple, will. Okay, how to use will? We use will to express something is happening in the future. Something didn't happen yet, but we are expecting it to happen in the future. Like when we say, you will get married and have 10 children. Here we used will for the predictions. Okay, we predicted that you are getting married in the future and you will have 10 children. Do I have an evidence for this? No, actually I don't have an evidence, so that we used will. The second point that we can use will for the quick decisions. Like when I say, I will have another cup of coffee, please. So what is the quick decision that I made? To have another cup of coffee. And the third point, when we use will for the promises or offers, like when we say, okay, I'll call you tomorrow. We used will because we gave a promise. The fourth point, we use will for the requests or the invitations. Like when we say, will you pick me at 8:30, please? Now, let's look how to form will. First, we have the subject, then we have will, then we have the base form of the verb. Like when we say, he will answer the phone. So what is the subject? Here we have he as a subject. Then we have will, then we have the base form of the verb, which is answer. The next point, how to form the sentence in the negative. First, we should have the subject, then we have won't or will not, then we have the base form of the verb. Like when we say, I won't buy this car. The subject is I, won't or will not, then we have the base form of the verb, which is buy. Now, how to ask? If we want to ask, we should have will, then the subject, then the base form of the verb, then we should have the question mark. Like when we say, will it rain tomorrow? Actually, we started will in capital W because we are starting a question. After this, we have the subject, which is it, then we have the base form of the verb, which is rain, then we have the question mark. Please don't forget it in the question. Now, another way to express the future, to use be going to. We use be going to express that something is happening in the future, but it's different than will. Like when we say, when we have a plan or intention, like when we say, I am going to practice hard to become a rock star. I'm using am going to express the plan that I have or the intention to be a rock star. After this, we can use it for the predictions, but we have a sign or an evidence for it. Like when we say, look at those clouds, it's going to rain. I have a sign, which is the clouds that I can see in the sky. Now, how to put it in the sentence? In the affirmative sentence, we should have the subject, then we have be going to. And of course, we use be. With I, it should be am. With he or she or it is. With we or you or they, we should use are. Then we have going to, then we have the base form of the verb. Like when we say, she is going to get married soon. She is the subject, is verb to be, going to, then get is the base form of the verb, married soon. Okay, next, in the negative form, we should have the subject, then verb to be, then we add not, because it's in the negative form, then going to, then the base form of the verb. Like when we say, I am not going to visit my aunt next weekend. Of course, we should use am with pronoun I. Then we added not because it's in a negative. Then going to, then the base form of the verb, which is visit my aunt next weekend. Now, how to ask? If we want to ask, we should start with verb to be, then we should have the subject, then going to, then the base form of the verb, and of course the question mark. Like when we say, are you going to meet Jim tonight? We started with are because we have subject you. Then we have going to, then we have the base form of the verb, which is meet, and of course we have the question mark in the question. Now let's practice. Circle the correct answer. Number 1. Oh, look, it is going to or will snow soon. Who can tell me what is the answer? Yes, correct. Actually, it's going to be is going to. Because here we have a sign, it's freezing. And look at the sky. So this is the sign that I have. So that we are using is going to. The next point. Next summer, I am going to or I'll backpack around Europe. And now who can tell me what is the meaning of backpack? Yes, it has two meanings. One of them is the verb and it means to travel around the world. And the other one means the bag that we put on our back. So who can tell me what is the correct answer? Yes, correct. So it's am going to. Next summer, I am going to backpack around Europe. We are using am going to because I have the plan to travel around Europe. The next one, ring, ring. I am going to, I'll answer it. Who can tell me what is the answer? Yes, correct. It's going to be I'll. Ring, ring, I'll answer it. I'll answer it because it's a quick decision. I will pick up the phone. Let's go to the next point. I think our team is going to will win the match. Who can tell me what is the answer? Yes, actually it's going to be will. Do you know why? Because I'm predicting. But do I have a sign for this? Do I have an evidence? No. So that I'm using will. The next one. In 2055, robots are going to will be our teachers. Who can predict what is the answer? Yes, actually, it's going to be will. Do you know why? Because I don't have a sign. I don't have an evidence that the teachers in the futures will be robots. Let's go to the next one. Tonight, we are going to will have a birthday party for my brother. What is the answer? Yes, are going to is the answer because I planned to have a party for my brother. Next one, my friends are going to will go to the movies tonight. Yes, are going to is the answer because I have a plan to hang out with my friends and to go to the movies tonight. Next one, I doubt that he is going to will pass the English test. What is the answer? Yes, the answer is going to be will. Because I don't have an evidence, I just predict that he will pass the English test. The next one, he is going to will study for the test tomorrow. Yes, the answer is going to be is going to, because he has the exam tomorrow. The next one, be careful. You are going to will drop the dishes. Yes, be careful. You will drop the dishes. Let's go to the next slide. Now, let's know what is the difference between will and be going to. We use will to express the future action decided at the moment of speaking, and to express prediction based on personal opinion or experiences without any evidence. So here we don't have an evidence, so that we are using will. And to make the decisions, quick decisions, so that we use will. And here, be going to express the future based on a plan that we have. And the next point, to express a prediction, but in this case, we have a sign, we have an evidence for it, and I can see it. Now, thank you so much. Hope you understand our class. Thank you. See you later.